So we have our general meeting in 10 minutes. Is that right?
That's right.
Do we wanna, is there anything we'd like to do here before we leave, before we hop over to the other Zoom?
Oh, I thought this was the other
I
Zoom.
thought this was the Zoom for the general meeting.
Okay, let me double check, make sure we're on the right one, because there were two.
Ah, that Kristen.
I think maybe, yeah, I think this may be, but like just double check. Lisha, during the break, I had a chance to go over what you sent. I like it a lot. I think we should start sending it a week prior.
Yes.
Yeah.
And ultimately, like, I want to get to a place where like this can be in a centralized place, like boardable, and like whoever takes over can add to or take away from, like, but I think for right now and simplicity's sake, it's a good jumping off point. And I appreciate the feedback, Rojo. Thank you so much.
So I guess we'll save everything for next Friday, since we didn't get to it today.
Well, that's something else. Some people may be missing Friday, so we just have to make sure we have enough people to make the meeting.
So are you saying you're not going to be here Friday, Rojo?
That is correct. Unfortunately, I told you this stuff too.
You notice
And
how I picked right up on that.
Yeah, and
So
I don't
why
know
not
where
early
I
voting
don't
on
know where
Friday?
I don't know where I'm going to be Friday night. I may not be in the location where I get a data signal.
Mm.
Yeah, if possible, I'd like to push it to Sunday also.
Sunday?
I think that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay, let me just double check on our Zoom link quick, since it's 6:50.
What about you, Phil?
We are in our general membership one.
Oh,
Yes, so we're not, it does not look like we're in the bylaws committee one.
so that's good because that's where we're supposed to be.
Yeah. 88, let me check the meeting ID.
Hello, Richard. Does Sunday work for you, Phil?
Al, yeah, Sunday about 5:30 for me.
Yeah. Hey, Ella. Sorry, I had my mic muted. Trying to find the
I do it all
control.
the time.
I was talking to myself.
Well, that's okay. You never get an argument that way.
That's true. That's true.
Hopefully,
So,
hopefully.
And I'll be getting out around 6:15, 6:30 out of early voting on Sunday.
We're talking
Early voting on Sunday?
Yes.
Wow, look at y'all, man. Texas, you're like coming into the 21st century.
So are
Well, we are.
Don't give us that much credit.
are we talking about moving the Friday meeting to Sunday, or do you want to just add a meeting, since this one I kind of botched this one? Oops.
I think we were talking about moving the Friday meeting to Sunday, but I could be wrong.
if enough folks can show up on Friday too, I think having
That'd be good, yeah.
to get more.
Because we really got a lot to do, and time's running out. I think. I mean, that's my opinion.
I trust folks that meet if they choose to, and I think Sunday, given 2 days later, will be a good time to just go over it, approve it, and then keep making edits.
Yeah, okay. That should be today. It's not August.
How are you doing it for Kristen on Sunday?
What time would you guys like to do?
Six thirty would work for me.
Yeah,
2 for 6.
That works for me too.
It don't work for me, but that's okay. As long as we got a majority, that's all that matters.
what works for you, Martin? Anything?
Well, remember, I got early voting that day.
Oh, so you can't be there till what, 7:30 or however long it takes
Yeah,
you to get
it's, maybe about 7. But whatever the majority says, that's all that matters.
Do the polls close at 7 on Sunday?
We close at 6 on Sunday.
Okay.
And then Monday through Friday, we're open 7 to 7. So
Okay, what time do we want to do, it sounds like we've had it proposed for 6:30. Was there another time suggestion?
Madam Vice Chair said 6.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I think Philip threw out 6, yeah.
I threw out 6.
Does that work for everyone, or was 6:30 better?
Both work for me.
They both work for me, but I like 6:30. So whatever.
Taylor and Rojo?
Oh, yeah, he can.
Both work for me.
Yeah, either one works for me.
Do you have a preference? Did we lose? Oh, no, there's Martin.
What's that?
Did you have a preference between 6 or 6:30?
Well, I'll be doing early voting, so it don't matter to me. Whatever y'all do, the majority is the factor.
Clayton.
Listen, let's do 6:30. That way we start and then Martin joins 30 minutes later.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I agree.
Okay, 6:30,
Thank you.
and yep. And I'll get that updated as soon as possible.
And then on this one, Kristen, so you know, we do not have a speaker, so it's going to be a general meeting, general chat, general talk.
Okay.
I mean, Al, you started a conversation earlier about speakers. Do you want to get started and have that conversation about maybe speakers to plan on or organizations to reach out to in the following months?
Sounds good to me.
Works for me.
Well, Martin, I sent you the contact information for the co-chair of the DSA. So if we want to approach them about being speakers for our March or April meeting, I don't know what their schedule is like, but like I was saying, we could reach out to them together, and I know they wanted to talk about, they know, I think that we could start on environmental issues that impact, well, all communities. And then we could kind of take that relationship from there and see, you know, if they want to be speakers at future events also.
That sounds good to me, but I've been saying all this time, all this week I am out of circulation because I am at the polls all week long.
Can you Slack me some times that are good for you the following week and I'll reach out? We can just do like a short like conference call, like you know, maybe 10-15 minutes or something.
Okay, well, from February the 20th through March the 1st, I'll be doing early voting all that time
Right.
and have to judge.
Well, and then send me the times for like the 2nd through like the following week from the 2nd on, and let me know what times work best for you, and I'll provide them with those times and we'll coordinate that way.
Sounds like a winner to me. I'll look at the schedule. Cause right now we don't have anybody scheduled for any of the following months. So maybe we can work something out.
I have an
Yeah.
idea.
I figure the speaker that we could have is, or maybe a day, right? Like a Sunday meeting would be inviting presidents or officers from student organizations. That way we kind of encourage them also to join us. I know UNC and UTA have an active one. I recently found out UTSA has one as well. So I can start doing some research on that and then coordinate with you, Martin. But I find it helpful to maybe in May, right? Towards the end of the semester, try to have a gathering where we invite student organizations.
Sounds good.
Yeah, here's a question. If we're gonna have some sort of, do we know if we're gonna have some sort of table at the powwow on the 2nd? We might be able to we might be able to find some speakers there.
Absolutely, absolutely. We do in fact have a table. I'm coordinating right now to set it up. We are gonna be, as some of y'all know, taking the interest form for people that want to go to Washington, DC, 2 weeks after that, the powwow. And yes, I agree with you. I think we could have a sign in for people to get information. In this case, I know that you know, we can invite them, Lisha, to the meetings, all those folks that we collect info. And like you said, we can have an interest form for speakers. That way, folks that want to speak, we can reach out to them there.
Okay, and Rojo, make sure I know where to find the table, because I'm gonna try to get there as soon as I get done with my last trip of the week on that Saturday.
Absolutely. I'll make sure we can coordinate. And I mean, if we're able to, you know, like have something to pass down information, I was thinking we can work on flyers or trifolds that we can pass down and have at the table for the Indigenous Peoples Caucus.
We could get them at Staples. They're not too expensive. I printed out of 100 flyers for my travel agency, and I think it only cost me about $15. They're just as passing that info on.
What time does that powwow start on Saturday, Rojo?
It's from 11 to 11.
Oh, okay. Yeah, once I pick up my equipment for election day, then I'm open to, but I gotta figure out how to get to Arlington, because since there is no real, does that, connection go on Saturday?
Yes, it does. It only goes until 6 p.m. No, 9 p.m. if I'm not mistaken, on Saturdays. But it will be a matter of double checking. We can also promote it on their socials. I also see on the comments two things that were mentioned. Taylor mentions there's a speaker that she would like to recommend, and Philip mentioned that there's another powwow in San Antonio. So I'm wondering if we can try to find folks to go to these big powwows and set up tables. I can try to coordinate with folks that are willing to do that. I'm sure there'll be one in Houston.
Sounds interesting.
Do you want to speak more on your suggestion, Taylor?
Yeah,
And FYI, just point out that the Reform 20 is having their powwow on March 9th through 10th. I have not been to the one of those in a long time, but I have gone to the ones in San Marcos and Austin on a regular basis. But I have not been to the San Antonio one for some time.
Do you know where it's going to be held, Phil?
At the one that I believe it's going to be at the college. Hold on a second, I'll just happen to be looking at it. San Antonio College.
Okay, Zach.
Yep.
Yeah, I can probably be available on March 10th for that. I can't on the 9th, or at least not like the first half of the day probably. But that would be really cool if we could be there. As far as my comment in the chat, I remember talking to her, and it was a while ago and kind of brief, but I think she said she may be interested in joining us. Amy Bruton Blumholm. I think she'd be good to maybe, I feel like she would be a good person to, we could invite her to speak about kind of what she does and like what kind of interests her. Like it seems like she has a lot to maybe share in terms of like storytelling and just, I don't know, things like that. But yeah, I have her contact info, so I would send that to Martin, or I could reach out if you want me to.
It seems like we have 3 potential speakers, which is great to hear. One could be like a college or student organization night. One could be the DSA, and I heard some environmental platform. And then one is like storytelling. So any other suggestions? I know Al had a few.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how interested we'd be in, I mean, on the one hand, we are a political caucus of the Democratic Party, which may actually be why we wouldn't want to have somebody running for office. But there is the last person to sign up for the 9 people currently in this 9 Democrats currently in the Senate race. I was speaking to him the other night, and he might be interested in speaking on the drawing a blank on the bill that we've been working toward that we've been lobbying. So anyway, and I mean that truth. Thank you. I did manage to say it to him. I asked him about it. The Truth and Healing Commission bill. And he seemed interested in that. So, I mean, it would give us a chance to have some influence. It is Carl Sherman, who I believe was a mayor and city manager in one of the cities in the Dallas area, not Dallas, but the Dallas area. He's also a representative in the Texas legislature. So, I mean, that's one possibility. And I could think of a lot of reasons why we might not want to have him, but I'm throwing that out there. And the other person that I thought about is a Facebook friend of mine. A woman named Amy Rose, I believe her last name is Foll, Foll. I'm not sure about the pronunciation, but she runs something called the Virginia Free Farm. She is Native American, or at least has Native American indigenous background. And, she, as part of like the fundraising for her business or whatever, she does try to keep in traditional crops, types of seeds and things. So if anybody wants to go to her Facebook page or the website of the Virginia Free Farm and check that out. I think she might be interesting. Like I said, her farm basically provides food for underserved folks, so that's a good thing. And she also, is involved in traditional farming methods and trying to keep traditional types of harvests going, crops. So anyway, that's two people that sort of came to my mind. You know, we also might want to reach out to like some authors and stuff. You know, usually, you know, people like at that level might get a speaker's fee, but since we are online, you know, they may want to just speak to us and kind of promote their books, you know. Like somebody like Truer or any of the other Indigenous authors that are out there.
How do we feel about a group like NDN Collective, or maybe someone that is part of the Land Back platform? Maybe it will be
Yes.
a meeting about that.
That would be so cool, actually.
Great, then maybe it seems like we already have, like, I heard like a total of 6 ideas. Martin, any comments? And I want to open it. Anybody else? I know there's a phone number. I'm not sure who it may be, but if you'll have any other suggestions.
Yeah, I like all that. Can somebody email me all that information? Because right now I'm on traveling right now.
Sure thing, and we'll have notes, Martin. And I know that you'll be busy for the next 2 weeks, but that gives everybody time to flush out their idea more. I can reach out to folks.
Al, did you say that the first guy, Carl Sherman, had experience with the Truth and Healing Commission bill, or like Native American
He
advocacy?
seemed familiar with it. I mean, that was the one thing that impressed me about him, because look, there are 8 people, and I think most of them don't have a chance. I'm not sure he has a chance, but he is. How I really got into sort of a conversation with him was he's an African American preacher. Also, I mean, he does this other stuff, but he's also a preacher, and so the two people running that I heard this week are both from a preaching background, and it sort of troubles me a little bit that, you know, I mean, servant leaders, that's great, and they get their inspiration from all kinds of different places, and that's fine. But at a time when sort of like our biggest challenge, enemy, whatever you want to call it, is the white Christian nationalist movement, I think that, you know, people running as candidates and pushing their sort of Christian background, even though they're not white Christian nationalists, sort of makes that more acceptable. That's my fear, you know, and I mean, that may be old paranoid, but anyway, so that's how I got into a deeper conversation with, and he's really interesting. He's a really interesting guy. And he is a current, like I said, he is a current representative. I guess he won't be soon if he's running for Congress, but you know, again, I guess we could, you know, check him out, look at his information out there and see what we think.
Yeah, and that would also be interesting from the perspective of like building relationships with someone in the Texas legislature. And
That's what I was thinking. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, and trying to get him on our side in that way, and hopefully have him as an ally next session. That would actually be a good idea for other reps too. So
Yeah, I actually was thinking about Vicky Goodwin. Goodwin also from down around the Austin area, north of Austin, because I think she may be going for a higher office in the future, in the near future. So she may be somebody that might be good to get to know.
Excuse me. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I am on the Zoom call. I sent a request in to the secretary to see if I could speak. Did no one get my email?
I I apologize. No, I haven't received that. I, it's probably, on the form, so I can go check that out. You're welcome to speak.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Michelle Gwynn, and like I was saying in the email, I was registering for another meeting this week when your meeting came up on my screen, so I had time today to talk. I am a candidate running for the Texas legislature for Texas Senate District 7. So I am in Houston, and I wanted to offer my services or platform to find out what your concerns were so that I could speak on them. If you go to my website, you'll see my platform, and just wanted to know if I could be an ally for you.
What's your website? Also, thank you for joining us.
Well, it's rather long. It's www.gwynn, my last name, which is GWINN, the number 4, Texas, which is TX, ST for state, and then Senate, SENATE, district7.org.
Pardon, Miss Gwen, it might be beneficial if you could put that in our chat and we can get there from that.
I got it in the chat. I got it from the email. So
Thank you,
thank you for
Kristen.
sending us an email, Michelle.
Thank you. Yeah,
No,
I
I would
just,
say thank you so much for joining us and sharing your platform with us and the information. We are in the process ourselves on adhering to the Texas Democratic Party for the state convention happening this summer. At the moment, I don't believe we're making any endorsements. We're still in the process actually of the bylaws. So you come on an early time, but not a bad time to plant that seed.
well, no, my platform, I was not looking for any money. I was just wanting to let you know that I am available. And whenever you go to vote, you would recognize my name. I'm a first-time candidate. So at this point, I did not take any money from anyone. So if you look on my platform, I have no endorsements. Everything I paid for out of my own pocket. Since I am a first-time candidate, I am here for the people. So that's why I was introducing myself to see what your concerns were. So I could help you wherever you needed a platform to help you connect with other people, whatever your concerns were. I do understand you are in planning stages now, but no, I was not looking for any endorsements because I'm just trying to work for the people.
No worries at all. First, let me thank you. I honestly appreciate anybody that is willing to throw their hat in the ring. We need more people running, particularly as Democrats, right? So thank you so much for that and for reaching out, really, because there is something there about building trust. So I thank you again for joining us. For today's meeting, we don't necessarily have an agenda. In fact, we're probably closing it a little bit earlier since we're mostly just discussing and planning stages, as you can tell, for the following months. But I mean, welcome folks to add on to that. Anybody?
Did you have any questions for me? Because I am running for the Senate part of the House. There are a lot of candidates for representatives. For the Democrats, there's only myself and another gentleman, Nasser Malik. I don't know if you're familiar with him or if he's reached out to you or not. But for District 7 in the Texas State Senate, there's only us two. And then as the primary closes out, of course, then proceeds to go against the Republican opponent, Mr. Paul Bettencourt, who has, you know, chartered some bills and laws and legislation that I'm not very happy with. Especially the immigration and the voter registration laws that he has chartered and created.
Well, welcome to our page, Miss Quinn. And who is the incumbent in that Senate district?
Paul Bettencourt. He has been there for a couple of years now, at least 3 cycles, because he has a 2-year tenure. So he will be up for one of the Democrats against him, because he's going uncontested for the 3rd time. No one has ran against him since 2017, something like that.
Miss Gwen,
And
I'm in the Harris County area out in the Memorial. I'm in the Memorial area. And I'll look over your website, and if you're doing any canvassing, I'll happily get involved. But what I would ask is, that you inform other people within your community or your organizations that you've worked with in the past or are currently working with of our organization. Because what I've seen happen with political candidates that have come and join our meetings is they maybe come for like one meeting and they pitch their platform and ask for our vote. And then we don't hear anything back from them and the engagement kind of falls off. I would like for us to foster a relationship where that bridge remain intact and we can help further each other's agendas. So I would love to take the time to meet and or canvas with you. I did that for the Beto campaign for Lena Hidalgo. I phone banked for the Biden-Harris campaign. So I just hope that we can continue this relationship further and it not just be a one-off interaction.
Well, what other groups have done is to get the vote, or I would sign a pledge. So if you have any paperwork where I would pledge to help you and we help each other, I would be more than happy to sign that. So if you create something like that, I could sign a pledge.
That's brilliant. Yeah, I think we could get with our executive committee and work on something like that.
Right.
Yeah,
and that way,
we're in development of that. So we'll get that to you.
Yeah, because no, I don't plan on running away. Like I said, I'm a first-time candidate, so I need all the friends on my way up. That way, we're both starting out together, right? So as I grow and you grow, we grow together. So I think that would be beneficial for everyone involved.
Well, I am signing up on your website right now.
Well, I think the link might be not working. I have to go back in and check for the website, but I have you down. You have my website. So hopefully we can work together in the future. Whatever the outcome is after the primary, I will sign a pledge and support you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Well, folks, I don't think we have any other item in the agenda. Would anyone here like to add anything else?
Well, I have a question. I heard you say you were going to Washington to work on what agenda?
Yes, so it is an effort that is separate from the Texas, excuse me, it is an effort that is a little different from the Indigenous Peoples Caucus, but it does directly impact Indigenous people and Native Americans in Texas. So a few of us will be going to Washington, D.C. and taking folks from this caucus, but really from the communities most affected by the American Indian boarding schools. It is I'm sorry, I always get this wrong. The Truth and Healing Commission on boarding schools. It is something that has been proposed already and will be advocating in Congress.
Okay, well, thank you for that. I'll read up on that and get acclimated, and who knows, I might go to Washington with you.
Sure thing, and please feel free to check Facebook. We'll be posting more information there about powwows and events where you can attend. I'm sure in the Houston area. One of our members, Stephen, he often shares there those events. And then, we'll be having these meetings monthly where we usually have speakers as well. So a good place for you to plug your campaign if anyone that joins is from Harris County.
Well, I have done 2 powwows, one at Traders Village and one at Coshada. So I have 2 powwows under my belt.
Awesome. Thank you so much then. And folks, anybody else, anything?
I don't have anything else.
Is it all right if I talk a bit about the upcoming primary and county conventions?
Sure thing.
Okay, so I wanted to remind everyone that as we know, we have a upcoming primary, and it's important for our members to not only vote in the primary, but vote in the Democratic primary, so that you can help be a delegate to the state convention. And why we're asking our members to do that is so that we can do things like get on the rules committee and ask the Democratic Party to add our caucus to their list of organizations that have their chair and vice chair having seats on their executive committee. So we need that help from our members to become delegates to the state convention. And in order to do that, the first step is to vote in the upcoming primary, in the March primary specifically. And after you vote in the March primary, you'll want to attend your county or congressional district Democratic convention. And that's where each local convention will select their delegates that will then, in June, attend the state convention. So it's important to first vote in the primary, second, attend your county or congressional district Democratic convention, and then thirdly, you'll attend the state convention. So there is a sign-up link for the convention to express your interest in becoming a state delegate, and I can drop that link in the chat. Here is the overall link for more information about the state Democratic Convention. It's texasdemocraticconvention.com. And there, I'm going to share real quick just so you can see what I'm looking at when you go to the link. When you go to that website, I'll want you to click the link that says RSVP now, and you'll sign up to pre-register yourself for not only attending your county or congressional district convention. But then also at the end of the form, it asks you if you'd like to be a delegate to the state convention. So you'll be able to, you'll get an updated reminder for your local convention. And then this is also will let your local convention know that you are asking to be a delegate to the state convention. So if you can, if you haven't yet already done this, go ahead and take some time and you can follow that link and RSVP. It takes maybe about 3 minutes to fill out the form. It is a longer form to fill out. And then if you are planning to attend the state convention, they have information about hotels. And you can find that up here on the links up top. And so they have lowered rates for Democrats. The closest hotel, I believe, is the Hotel Paso del Norte, I believe, is the closest one. It's kind of across the street, possibly about a block away, but and then the other hotels are a couple of blocks away. If like, say for example, this Courtyard Marriott, just because this is sold out, it doesn't mean they won't still have rooms. It's just the hotel block with the Democrats is sold out. But if that's a preferred hotel, you might still just check with the hotel for what they have available. Okay.
Kristen, if I may interrupt for just a quick second while you're talking about hotels.
Yes, sir.
If any of those hotel blocks are sold out, get in touch with me. I now have access through the travel agency websites I use to access hotels. So I might be able to come up with something.
Thank you. I believe, Kristen, that the DoubleTree is right next, pretty close to the Marriott. They're both about in the same area. Maybe looks like they might even be across the street from each other, but it's hard to tell on those little maps.
Yeah.
And also, Philippe put out in the chat that the date, and this is good for people to know while they're planning, the date for all the local conventions is March 23rd.
March 23rd. Thank you, Al. And then there's also a call to action we have from our one of our community liaisons, Stephen. He's been sharing a call to action. I'm sharing a link in the chat again. And this is for anyone. They're seeking help. So he works with a Dallas organization called Democracy is Indigenous. And he was also a part of working with his local education community developing a Native American studies, and they're asking people to send letters to the State Board of Education to request to get that topic back on the agenda. So they were supposed to have voted on making the course available statewide, so not just in their local area. I think, I'm not sure if it was Grand Prairie. Rojo, do you remember? Is it Grand Prairie?
Yes, it was Grand Prairie ISD.
Thank you, Martin. Yeah, so Grand Prairie ISD developed the Native American studies, and but they're hoping, it was supposed to be on the State Board of Education's agenda for it to be passed statewide, and the leader of the board removed it from the agenda, and so this is a petition to put it back on the agenda. So if anybody would like to help with that, they're welcome to click that link that's in the chat. It goes to an actionnetwork.org, where it'll give you a sample letter that you can write it, you can modify it and send it.
And in regards to that, the individual who helped them get that into GPISD was now is considered a former State Board of Education member, because now she is running for House Representative. That was Aisha Davis, who was part of the State Board of Education, who brought it to GPISD. Her and Stephen brought it to them, and the school board voted on it and passed through their school board. So yeah, it was Aisha Davis who initiated that to GPISD.
Thank you, Martin. And that's all the updates I have, Rojo, so someone else is welcome to go.
My comment to your update would be mostly that it seems like this is a great distributed organizing opportunity. I think I've been thinking a lot about like how can we really become a source for Indigenous Native American people and allies to take action with us, right? And particularly take action on like you made it very clear, 3 steps of like first, sign up, second, vote in the primaries, third, like it's crucial that we kind of make it simple enough that people follow the steps, right? But yeah, I agree. I think we need to start kind of pushing for all this information so that folks are getting it from somewhere. And yeah, we got to start elevating what Stephen is advocating for, because we got to start getting into education as well, right?
Right. And also in regards to what Kristen was talking about, when you sign up, you're gonna have an option to also pick so many different caucuses that you want to be involved with, and always make sure to also sign up for the Indigenous Peoples, the American Indian or Indigenous Peoples Caucus, because it is on that list. Sign up for it and be part of it.
Does anybody else have anything else to add or to bring on?
I've got nothing. I've been just taking a look at the hotel prices.
And now we know who to go to. So I think once we post about signing up for it, it'll be great to comment on that in Facebook and Slack, Clayton. That way folks know to reach out to you in case they cannot find one if you have that tool. But
Yeah,
also,
I'm looking at it right now. I'm just, it's a new system, so I'm trying to learn it myself. But by the
Clayton, can
time
you
we're
drop that information in the Slack chat for other members that maybe left before we were able to log into the meeting? I think that's really valuable information and probably really helpful to a lot of people that might be on a budget. And Kristen, thank you very much for sending that call to action again. I just sent those letters. Like I say, it allows you to send like multiple letters, and it took like less than a minute to do so.
awesome. Lisha, you have a second? Maybe we can even plan sending one. I can create a quick graphic and we can send that on the Slack and post it so that people start taking action.
What do you mean on the hotel stuff?
Oh, no, I meant this is Steven's call to action.
Oh, I was just, yeah, well, Kristen dropped a link in Slack a while ago about it. I think she did that in the member chat.
Oh, great. Then we can go ahead and just post that because we could even add it to our link tree.
Yes, yes.
Great. Well, I don't have anything else. Anybody else?
Not for me.
Would anyone like to make the motion?
I'll make the motion to adjourn the meeting.
Is that everything you got, Kristen, before we adjourn?
Yeah, and it's recorded, so I'll just review for notes.
I second that motion to adjourn.
All right then. Well, good evening, everyone. 7:40 p.m. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your night. See y'all next
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you, Miss Gwen, for
Thanks,
joining.
everybody. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great evening.
Thank you for allowing me. Thank you for allowing me to participate. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for running. I know it's hard to be a first-time candidate.
It's a lot to absorb, but I'm ready for it. I'm
Yeah.
ready for the fight.
Yep. Sounds
Thank you
good.
for
Good
your
luck to
support.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, how lovely.
It was nice to see that a candidate came.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that's, you know, I mean, I know we don't want to endorse folks, or we're not to the place where we certainly you probably don't want to endorse folks in the primary